A man and his wife are pulled over by a police officer. The officer walks up to the man's window and says,
"Sir, you were going 60 in a 45.
The man says, "I was only going 55. His wife hits him in the arm and says,
"No, you were going 65.
He gives her a very dirty look. The officer continues,
"I'm also going to have to give you a ticket for a broken taillight."
The man says, "Broken taillight? I had no idea." His wife hits him in the arm again and says,
What? I've been telling you to get it fixed for weeks.
The man yells, "Will you be quiet?" The officer looks at his wife and asks,
"Ma'am, does he always talk to you that way?"
The man's wife shrugs and says,
Only when he drinks.
Two guys decide to go out drinking on the night before their final exam. Still hungover from the night before, the two arrive at the university well after the exam has ended. They go straight to the professor and tell him that they couldn't get to the university on time because one of the car's tires had gone flat. Surprisingly, the professor excuses them and tells them they can come back the next day to take the exam. The two students study all night and return the next day ready for the exam. The professor leads them into separate rooms and hands them their exams. Spending the entire night studying is really paying off, as both are completing the exam with ease. As they reach the final question, their jaws drop. The final question reads, for 90 points, indicate which tire went flat yesterday. One day, a mom is out shopping and dad is in charge of their 3-year-old daughter, Sally. Someone gave Sally a little tea set as a birthday gift, and it is one of her favorite toys. Daddy is in the living room, engrossed in the evening news, when Sally brings Daddy a little cup of tea, which was really just water. After several cups of tea and lots of praise for such yummy tea from Daddy, Mom comes home. Dad makes her wait in the living room to watch Sally bring him a cup of tea, because it was just the cutest thing. Mom waits, and sure enough, Sally comes down the hall with a cup of tea for Daddy. She watches him drink it up and then says to him,
Did it ever occur to you that the only place Sally can reach to get water is the toilet?
A man buys a lie-detecting robot that slaps people who lie and decides to test it out at breakfast the next day. He asks his son, "Did you go to school today?" The son replies,
Yes.
and the robot slaps him. The son says,
All right, I went to the movies.
The father then asks, "What did you see?" The son replies,
Toy Story 3?
The robot slaps him again. So the son says,
Okay, it was an adult film.
His father snorts and says, "When I was your age, we didn't even know what pornography was." This time, the robot slaps the father. The mother sips her coffee and retorts,
Ha, he's your son after all.
and the robot slaps her. A woman is having an affair during the day while her husband is at work. Her 9-year-old son comes home unexpectedly, sees them, and sneaks into the bedroom closet. A few minutes later, the woman hears her husband arrive home. She hurriedly hides her lover in the closet, not knowing the boy was also hiding in there. The little boy says,
It sure is dark in here.
The man replies, "Yes, it is." Then the boy says,
I have a baseball.
The man says, "That's nice."
Want to buy it?
Asks the boy. "No thanks," the man answers.
My dad's outside.
Pipes up the boy. The man sighs. "Okay, how much?"
$250.
Says the boy. The man sighs. "Okay, fine." A few weeks later, the lover finds himself in the closet with the boy again. The boy says,
It sure is dark in here.
The man responds, "Yes, it is."
I have a baseball glove.
The lover, remembering the last time, asks the boy,
How much?
$750?
Says the boy. The man sighs again.
Fine.
A few days later, the father says to the boy, "Grab your glove. Let's go outside and have a game of catch." The boy says,
I can't. I sold my baseball and my glove.
The father asks, "How much did you sell them for?" The boy grins.
$1,000?
The father says, "It's terrible to overcharge your friends like that. That's way more than they cost new. I'm taking you to church so you can confess." When they arrive at the church, the father tells the little boy to sit in the confession booth and he closes the door. The boy says,
It sure is dark in here.
the priest says,
Okay, young man.
"How much this time?" A lady spots a beautiful diamond necklace at Tiffany & Company and walks over to inspect it. As she bends over to look more closely at it, she unexpectedly passes gas. Very embarrassed, she looks around nervously to see if anyone noticed and prays that a salesman wasn't anywhere nearby. As she turns around, her worst nightmare materializes when she sees a salesman standing right behind her. He politely greets her with,
Good day, madam. How may I help you today?
blushing and uncomfortable, but still hoping the salesman somehow missed her little incident. She asks,
Sir, what is the price of this lovely necklace?
He answers,
Madam, if you passed gas just looking at it. Imagine what will happen when I tell you the price.
It is late at night and a man is driving up a steep, narrow mountain road. He's been driving for over an hour without seeing another car. Suddenly, he sees a pair of headlights coming his way. As they get closer, he notices the car is beginning to slow down. Curious, the man slows down also. As the two cars pass each other, the man notices that it's his ex-girlfriend in the other car. She leans out of her window and yells, "Pig!" The man, infuriated, immediately leans out of his window and yells,
Witch!
Then they continue on their way. Moments later, as the man is rounding the next corner, he crashes into a pig standing in the road.